Hey, everybody, and welcome back to the Restaurant and Bar Marketing Podcast from Los Angeles, California. This is your host, Eric Schellenberger. So today, this one's going to be kind of visual more than audio. So it's probably a better idea to catch this one on YouTube. I'll try to make it as audio friendly as I can. So we're going to talk about the best possible approach for a restaurant or bar website. And now this is, if you already have a website and you've already done it and you want to either redo it, you want to upgrade it, this is the time. If you're about to open a restaurant, you need some advice on how to start a website. This is exactly how to do it. So I've said this a million times in all of my books and everything I do online. It's not about the content. It's not about how pretty the website is. It's about how visible it is. It's about how many eyeballs you get on it. The sole purpose of a website for a restaurant is to get people to see you, to like you, to walk in the door, to spend money. Everybody seems to be very, very preoccupied about how visually appealing it is. And they hardly spend any time or any money on getting found, on doing search engine optimization or building it the correct way. Almost all restaurants that I've seen, that I've done a deep dive into their online presence or the back end of their websites or whatever, there's $0 and zero time put into actually ranking high on Google and getting found, which is completely insane to me. So, everybody will spend all this money on the best photographer, get the best photos, the best lighting, makes everything look so good. They'll spend thousands of dollars to get it look perfect. Yet there's no thought on appealing to search engines. So that's what this is about. So let me start this out by saying I'm not getting paid. I'm not getting reimbursed. I'm not getting taken care of by any of the products I'm about to show you. I don't even know anybody at all these places. These are just my picks on things that actually work that I use on a day-to-day basis. And this is the right way to do it for the most eyeballs in your brand. So if you have a restaurant, do yourself a favor and start with a WordPress platform. I did a couple of videos on other platforms. There's a lot of them out there: Wix, Squarespace, Popmenu, Bento Box, Owner.com. There's a lot of other platforms out there that have advantages and disadvantages. The reason why I like WordPress is you can do anything with it. And literally anything any of those other website platforms do, you can do with WordPress, and it's free. WordPress does not cost you a monthly fee. Hosting may through GoDaddy or whoever, but actually WordPress, the platform is completely free, always will be. You pay for plugins like I'm about to get into. A plugin is optional. You can use it if you want to. I'm going to get into one I really, really like that costs a couple bucks, but it's well worth it. Once you have WordPress, this is kind of where I would start. This is called All-in-One SEO. This is a WordPress plugin. It's an analyzer that shows you kind of where your restaurant website ranks right now. So I'm going to take my website, Bar Marketing Basics, and plug it into the SEO analyzer, and it's going to give us a score. For some reason, this score does not match the score on my own all-in-one SEO plugin in WordPress. It's very close. It's not exact, but whatever. It probably picked up a cached version of the website. So 83 is excellent according to them. It's because of them that it's actually at 83. I started in the 60s, which was pretty bad. Fixed a bunch of errors, and now I'm up at 83. This is what this looks like. So if you have WordPress, your dashboard's going to look a lot like this. So once you install the all-in-one SEO plugin, looks like this right here. Now this is what my score is in the website. And like I said, it has gotten a lot better over the months. And these are basically, this spells out for you exactly what you need to do to get this better. How these are the things that Google wants to see. This is how Google's going to rank you according to all this stuff. It likes to see a certain structure. An H1 tag is like a big headline, like the biggest, boldest type of font headline, for lack of a better way to explain it. H2 is slightly smaller, H3, 4, 5, 6, and so on, all the way down to paragraph text. So it likes to see certain sizes, certain structures, everything in a certain format. SEO title. Now my SEO title is, well, let's hop back over to this. My SEO title is right here. I got this tagline from ChatGPT, and I'll show you how I did that in a second. So the ultimate technique to skyrocket your restaurant's SEO results. I've got that from using a couple tools I'm going to show you, and that's not what I had before. It said like restaurant and bar SEO. That's it. And it was straight to the point. It was a keyword, but it wasn't something that converted because it wasn't quite the structure they want to see. So hop back over here, and now if you can actually go and analyze your competitor. With this, I plugged in my buddy Sean Walchef at Cali Barbecue. I plugged in his website and he shows up here. He's also at an excellent rating, and Sean really knows what he's doing. And he has the same basic amount of things that could be fixed on his website that mine have. But if you're worried about what your competitor's doing to see if they rank where you should rank, it's a very good tool to analyze your competitor. And don't get too hung up on this. The score isn't everything. The score is a broad, big picture of where they are in the whole realm of things, but there's a ton of other factors that go into this. So here's where this gets interesting, is right here. The headline analyzer is amazing. This will tell you exactly what sort of words you're typing in is going to appeal to a search engine. So you can take a keyword, dump it into here, and it's going to give you, so if here's some of these ones that I've had in the past. Best AI tools for restaurant marketing. I was doing a video on this, and I will do another one. I'll probably use something close to this word. Once you get something that's close, so this is obviously not great. You need to use common words, uncommon words, emotional words, and power words. Now, most people are like, what in the, I have no idea where to even start with that. That's insane. And how do I know how to come up with this? It sounds so far over everybody's head that people just give up and don't do it. Here is where AI and ChatGPT come in. So if we go over to ChatGPT and we ask it, take that, okay, so we say, write your irresistible SEO headlines, drive traffic, shares, rank better search results for the focus keyword. So we'll go back here, and my focus keyword that I used was AI marketing tools for restaurants. So this is going to give us some of those words written in with that language. Now, here's taking this another step further. If we take these and put them into the headline manager tool, they're not going to be great. They're probably going to be, they're too long. They're going to be in the 50% range. Let's see how it goes. So we take this one and we get a 39. Not great. Now, remember, common, uncommon, emotional, and power words. So use common, uncommon. I think I knew how to type. I'm an author. Use common, uncommon, emotional, and power words. Okay, so we don't have to tell it start again until give it a complete sentence. It knows what we mean. Okay, so here is some better ones. Again, these are going to be hit or miss. So you have to take these and dump them into into the analyzer tool and see what it says. And you're going to get some that are great. You're going to get some that are awful. So 42% pretty bad. So you keep doing this, and eventually you're going to get some not very good. Eventually you're going to get something like this. This is the one I did on the worst Yelper I've seen, the worst Yelp profile of a guy who was obviously out to get free food, and he complained about everybody, and he had nothing good to say. Even if we have a common word, an emotional word, a power word, and no uncommon words, we're still 90%. So this is the word I used to title one of my blogs. This could be the word you use to title one of your pages. This could be some of the content in your homepage copy. So if you're a restaurant and you want to rank for restaurants in your city, you would take that word and use this same process. Then for your homepage could be the name of your restaurant / or the bar, whatever. And then that phrase it comes up with. You want to use that phrase throughout your copy or throughout your page. So once we're done with that, we find the phrase we want to use. And I'm going to show you how to do a post. This is more of a blog post. Yes, these are excellent for ranking toward the top of Google search results. Posts, our blogs are great. But if you're a restaurant, you're probably not going to blog. Everybody's got the best intention to do it. Everybody says to do it. Everybody knows to do it. Nobody does it. I'm not going to get into the reason why you want to do it or not. But, I just noticed right here that I missed my keywords. So here's this one. This is the one taken. I got that title from the SEO, the all-in-one SEO tool. Here it is being implemented. And I've built a page based on, I did a video on YouTube. I linked it to this. I used my keyword in the title. I used it in the link. I used it in my H1 tag. It has it here in the H2 tag. It has it throughout here. I've linked to external links, internal links, the whole deal. One thing that I did was forget my tags. So great opportunity. So I'm going to say here's how you generate tags, which is you could generate YouTube tags this way. You can generate blog tags, anything with a WordPress platform. You can say generate. Okay, we're going to say generate high traffic YouTube tags based on this content. And I'm going to take my content, put it in there, which I got that content from ChatGPT in the first place. I actually took a, I took the audio recording of this. So it's me talking. I took all of the transcript, that's the word, of me talking, dumped it in here and said, write this text based on my talking in a podcast. So it wasn't ideas that ChatGPT is pulling from the internet, because they're usually awful. They're usually very flawed, and they're a mess. So as long as you're having ChatGPT rewrite something that you said or you wrote, as long as it's unique and it's your own content, love it. Even though you can't take what I said and put it in a website, because I say a lot and I say so a lot. It doesn't make any sense. So I had ChatGPT take my own stuff. This is my content. I'm the author. Okay, so there's our tags. So I'm going to take these tags, and to get them in there properly, I am going to put a comma after every one of these. So if I just try to copy and paste this into there, it's going to paste it as one gigantic word. It's not really going to work out. So I'm going to take a notepad, put commas after every one of them. There we go. Grab this. And once we're over here, paste tags. There they are. Update this. Now, those are all tags that are relevant to this page. They make sense. They're not pulled off of some generic list somewhere. These are my own words transferred into tags that get a lot of high search volume on Google. So now we go back here. There they are. And now my tags are all in there. Now my headline score, the one that it had me use, 90 out of 100. And this is my SEO score, 85 out of 100. That's how well this post is optimized. Here's one thing to think of that. Now let me go over to my pages. Now a restaurant website is going to be more pages than posts. Probably not going to be that very many posts unless you're a blogger. Like I said, please do it. But these are the pages on my website. Now, a lot of these are written how to maintain your restaurant's stellar reputation using these techniques. That used to say reputation management, and kind of boring, but I've since upped my wording and worded everything a little bit differently depending on how this wanted me to do it. And so these are the strength of my headlines and how compelling is it for someone to click on? How searchable is it? This is how well I've done the optimization. Here's the good part. You don't have to know this stuff. You don't have to know how to do this. If you have a web guy and you have the all-in-one SEO plugin, which is right there, this plugin is $200 a year. It's really, really cheap. You don't have to know how to do it. Like I said, get your web guy to install the all-in-one SEO plugin, configure it. You have to configure it to for a Google API, so it trusts your location, for your Google Analytics dashboard, so it can give you accurate numbers. You have to connect it to a couple things, so it's going to take your involvement. Do not have your web guy connected to all of his credentials. Don't do that. If and when he goes away, which he will, he'll stop answering his phone one day like all web guys do. He'll disappear. He'll stop returning emails. The guy's off the face of the earth. So don't rely on him ever, ever, ever. Have all this stuff under your name, under your logins, under your email, so you are in control. So anyway, once that's done, once you are on the phone with your web guy or you're sitting in front of him or whatever, and you're going through all this and you set everything up, then you can say, okay, go ahead and run with it. And so you can tell if he's doing his job. This is because most websites and most SEO guys, you have no idea what they're doing. I own an SEO company. My clients don't know what I'm doing. Luckily, as long as I show them the results, they really don't care. But if you do care, this is a good way to audit what they're doing. So if you look back into your pages and you can see that these numbers say they start awful, and as he's optimizing them, they get better and they get better. And eventually all these your title, your headline score doesn't necessarily have to be awesome, because if it's a contact us page, you don't have to get creative. You can just say contact us and it's going to score low. But if that's not the point of that page, who cares? Just make sure you're optimizing all this stuff. So I've got a ways to go. I've got 84s here. I've got a 90s, great, but that has some more room, and I could start improving upon these scores. This is my homepage. So this is obviously one of the better ones, not the best, but it's up there. I still got to work on it. I still have to improve it, but so far it's pretty good. And so once you've got all this stuff going for the most part, once it's building traffic, and you should, if you're adding stuff to this, it's a better idea to add and improve along the way as you go in the long run. If you do everything at once and you get everything optimized all in 1 week or whatever, you've got everything max and you set it and forget it and walk away. That's not necessarily a good thing. So you need to be making constant updates, constant additions to your web presence in order for Google to keep maintaining a high ranking. That's one thing that's going to be a big deal, is make sure you're updating. That's what blogging is about. Blogging means you're adding new content every so often, every week, every month, every whatever it is. It's got to be fresh and new. So keep that in mind. This is an ongoing task, whether it's you or one of your employees who really knows this well, or a web guy that you could trust. Either way, cool. Now the overview report, I just hooked this up. So my overview report, my traffic looks awful. It's fine. When you log in and you go to your homepage right here on the dashboard, on the WordPress dashboard, to configure this correctly, this is where the overview report is going to be. So this can show you all your analytics. This can show all the numbers of what's trending, what's going up or down. So again, without you having to rely on somebody to give you a report or steer you in the right direction or lie to you, this is where everything is. So you could tell, keep in mind, this is going to eventually plateau. Once you are open for a while, or the website's up for a while, 6 months, a year later, whatever it is, whatever the time frame is, it's going to plateau. So if you see it starting to level off, totally normal, that's fine. Okay, so the bottom line is, if you're not starting with a well-researched keyword, you're kind of starting in the dark and you don't know where you're basically buying a restaurant without realizing if there's a demand for that type of food in the neighborhood. If you're in a neighborhood that has a zero demand for, say, Indian food, and you put an Indian restaurant in there, it's going to fail. Same thing goes with if there's 900 pizza restaurants and you put the 901st pizza restaurant in that same neighborhood, probably going to fail. And that's the same exact thing as not doing keyword research. So make sure you're leveraging ChatGPT as much as you possibly can. This thing can do some really amazing things. I also asked ChatGPT to generate me an image for one of the pages I used that was on my website, and this was the AI marketing tools for restaurants. So if you go to this page, I had this image generated by ChatGPT, and I tag these with ChatGPT generated image right here, because a lot of times they look kind of weird. They don't look great. The point is, I'm able to add an image that I can use alt and meta tags on, basically putting keywords attached to an image. With every one of these every image you have on your website, if it's a restaurant website, by all means, you want to use alt and meta tags. If it's a picture of restaurants in your city.jpg, cool. Name it that. Name it whatever these are. This one is named AI Marketing Tools for Restaurants.jpg. So this all goes to the same basic big picture in order to optimize for that word. And I got this here, generate an image for the keyword AI Marketing Tools for Restaurants and landscape orientation. I didn't spell landscape right, and it popped out this image, which it's weird. It's a little vague, and it kind of clumps a whole bunch of ideas together in one, which isn't bad. It's a little I mean, I don't really know what they're getting at here, but it is interesting what it comes up with. And this is the ChatGPT 4, by the way. And I think 3 and below won't generate an image, but this is what's called generative AI. It generates content. Having an AI generated photo is a million times better than no photo at all. So that is where that kind of stuff gets implemented, and it just helps with the overall optimization of that page. This is another one that I just did on, there you go, on AI. So ChatGPT in mind, that any question you have, if you want to ask it a random question, and if you want to know search volume on a certain word, so everybody wants to use restaurants near me, or restaurants in, say you live in Los Angeles, restaurants in Los Angeles. That's such a broad word. You're never, ever going to rank for it because you've got 9 million other competitors ranking for it. So you can ask it, show me the keywords in my area for whatever. It'll give you a list. Then you can say, okay, show me search volume for those keywords. It'll give you the volume. How many people per month search for that word? Now you know the value of the word. And then you could ask it, what's the lowest competition versus the highest search volume for that word, and it'll give you what's called long tails, which is restaurants in West Hollywood, right off the Sunset Strip, say, for lack of a better. And words like that get searched less often, but they're a lot easier to rank for. So if you can butt heads with the big guys and try to go up against everybody for restaurants in Los Angeles, and you're going to lose. Or you can find keywords like that ChatGPT will give you, and will give you a lot better ideas of how to rank and kind of come in through the back door on the down low and get a lot of the traffic from those not really thought of words. All right, hope this helps. So this is a guide of how to start a restaurant website, how to start correctly to where you're going to rank the highest, or if you're going to redo your website, redo it with WordPress, use the all-in-one SEO tool, and do it right from the get-go. Thanks a lot.